What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, and I am back with a little treat for you today. This is what I would call my random player box, and I think I hinted at this when I went through my Hall of Fame box earlier, and people indicated that they wanted to see more boxes, so here you have it. And a good question or a good point to address going into this might be, what really qualifies a player that should go in this box? Well, it's a random player box, so if it's not a set I'm working on, or not a finals card, or not a Pacers card, then it's very likely that a player could end up in here. So you'll see there's a pretty good mix. I'm going to do this one in two different parts here. So let's start off. We've got a Lucius Allen patch, and he's also got some stuff, some nice jumbo patches in Immaculate. That's in another box. I have a pair of those, but not a lot of Lucius Allen stuff out there. I think they also used some of these they had some like UCLA trios that they did with Kareem and maybe Jamal Wilkes, I think was the other player. All right, Justin Anderson Court Kings patch. This is, of course, player worn. This is back when Court Kings was a much better product, in my opinion. This was my favorite. One of my favorite parts of it was these rookie photo shoot worn letters. I really liked them, and anytime I see them cheap, I usually grab them. You'll see there's a few in this collection here by the end of it. I've got a Kenny Anderson card here. This is the Fusion. A little bit of a dinged corner, but you probably saw this in one of my ComC videos. If I could shine the light through it the other way, you would see just how cool this design really is. All right, so Kenny Anderson. This is my nicest Giannis card by far. I bought this during the pandemic, but I got what I feel like was a pretty good price on it. And for a while, I had it in my show inventory, and I'm glad no one jumped on it, because I needed a nice Giannis patch for my PC. And this one is numbered 3 out of 5. Number 3 out of 5. And if you're trying to figure out what this is, they had an alternate jersey that had a picture of a buck on the front. I think it was a black jersey. And this is part of the nose, flipped upside down. So, interesting patch there, and kind of hard to place unless you're actually looking at those jerseys and looking at some of the patches that were in this print run. That helped me figure that out. All right, some more Giannis stuff here. Well, just one other card, this Crusade Silver. Good looking card, though. And those are cheap. If you're looking for cheap silvers in this this frame here, I think this is 2016. If you're looking for cheap silvers, Crusade is the way to go. Just good looking stuff. Okay, Carmelo stuff. This is a game dated patch. It's from a Knicks Wizards game on February 6, 2013. And this particular copy, a Violet Palmer shadow card there too, referee in the background. But this copy here is numbered 1 out of 25. So I like my game dated stuff. Wish I had grabbed some more back in the day, but happy to have the ones that I do. This is a Carmelo Anthony that came out of it was actually this like hideous patch auto, I don't know, repack product. I tore the thing apart and got the autograph out of it. The autograph card was in great shape, and I figured it was a bankruptcy copy, but it's actually a numbered copy. So I got that whole thing for $5, and I still have that Carmelo Adidas logo that came with it from a warm-up jacket. Going to make a custom out of it at some point, I think, but not high on my list of things to do right now. Oop, now I'm dropping cards. Okay, Carmelo, here's a letter, a leaf letter, a first letter, but then they numbered it 2 out of 7. They did that a lot that year. But I got a good deal on that back in the day on ComC. Gilbert Arenas Refractor. I don't have a lot of Gilbert stuff. All right, going to get into some of the Ron Artest stuff. And I've got a lot of Artest stuff. A lot of it is not in here, or a lot of it is Pacers. This is just kind of the nice patches from other teams. So this is a Kings letter from Leaf. Got the letter A. This is a Bulls letter, it's too wide of a card to fit in a mag. So some of those Leaf letters, they cut them kind of large. It might fit in one of the off-brand mags that has a little more space in it, but I don't know. I probably tried that already. Here's a really nice Absolute patch, and this is Meta World Peace, And I believe it actually is from a World Peace jersey because I think that's the part of the letter P and E. And then, who knows, that might even be the same jersey. I haven't checked. But nice jumbo patch there, numbered to 10. And that set had players pictured in warm-ups for a lot of the players, but the patches weren't warm-ups, which I thought was a little bit strange, but oh well, not that big of a deal. All right, next stack here, we got some more Artest stuff there. Kind of forget what all I have. You know, that's why I like doing this, is I get to go through it every once in a while. So this is an extra exquisite. Mentions that he's on the Rockets. Or no, I'm sorry. It mentions that he's on the Lakers here. It's hard for me to look through the phone. He's on the Lakers. It's a Rockets picture. It's a Kings patch. And I've seen a few of these that have really nice Pacers patches on them too. This is from 2009 Exquisite. So they were just trying to liquidate the rest of their stuff and get this product out quick at the same time. So they did make a few goofs here and there, but I really appreciate the effort. I still think they put out a really good product that year. All right. This, I don't do a lot of group breaks. This was I did a player break. I really like this Leaf product. There's a lot of Artest stuff in there. And I got a 101, which was exciting. But if you look at the 101s in the set, there's like Reebok logos and 9/11 ribbons and all this other cool stuff. And this 101 just looked like a lot of the other patches. So yeah, it's great to get a 101, but you know, when they make so many 101s and there's nothing significant about the patch, it kind of just feels like some of the other cards. This Artest acetate autograph here is one that I hadn't seen in person. I saw it on eBay. I thought it looked great. Wanted to add it to the PC. I got it, and you know, it just doesn't, honestly, it doesn't do much for me. I do like the verbiage on the back here, though. This trading card was signed in the presence of a company representative or sent from and certified as to its authenticity by Ron Artest. But, yeah, like I said, otherwise the card doesn't really do much for me. Okay, this is one I got recently. This was like, I want to say this cost maybe $4 shipped, so I thought for sure that it would get wrecked in the mail because it came plain white envelope. Usually in these corners, even before they get mailed out, just from people handling the cards, those corners get roughed up on the patch window. This one came out fine. But then I get other stuff in the mail that's just chewed up entirely. So anytime, I mean, $4 for that. Anytime you can grab a jumbo patch numbered to 10 for $4, you do that. And I got to watch DJ quite a bit in Charlotte. Here's another DJ card. I've talked about this on another video. This is from a warm-up shirt for Black History Month. So anytime I see unique pieces that aren't in a lot of cards, I try to grab them if the price is reasonable. I think this was probably in the $20 range. All right, more Leaf letters, and probably a player you've never heard from, or heard of, I should say. This is Geese Osby, also known as Hubert Osby, but Geese was his nickname. He was a Harlem Globetrotter. And man, look at the wear and tear on those letters. And where else are you going to get Globetrotter stuff? That's one thing I've really appreciated from like Leaf and Sport Kings. They do a great job with that. Here's a Christmas patch from Omir Sheik, and these were some players. They had shorts, and some they had the whole jersey. I think this was, or maybe they had both. Actually, now that I think of it, because I think I've seen pieces of both, but I'm pretty sure this is a patch from the shorts. I got this in Dallas for less than $10 at the Dallas Card Show. And it mentions there specifically that it was worn on Christmas Day in 2015. Another one of my old favorite sets is this Bullion Brand tag set from Gold Standard. And now the tags got smaller over the years, but at one point they were pretty large here, and they were numbered to 2. So this is Leandro Barbosa. Now it pictures him as a Celtic. It says he was traded to the Wizards on there, and I'm going to guess that this is probably a tag from another team as well. They don't tell us that, but I imagine it's a whole hodgepodge of teams involved there. All right, this is a Patrick Beverley event-worn shoe. This is not a game-worn shoe. It's some type of event-worn shoe. This is one of the older I think National products. Yeah, the National 2014, the National cracked ice. So the cracked ice stuff, though, I believe was numbered to 10 or less. It looks like this top loader. I might need to get a new top loader here. This is, I don't even think I've ever seen one broken at the bottom like that. All right. Sorry, Patrick. Chauncey Billups auto. Just needed a nice Billups. And then this tag I traded for at the most recent National. It's one I'd been watching on eBay. Couldn't believe it when I saw it in person because all my offers had been ignored, and went ahead and grabbed that. All right, let's keep moving here. Maybe I should have split this into 4 videos. We'll see. All right, here is a Primoz Brzić Logo Man card from Topps Big Game. And I like these because they show the source material on the back. We've got a Silhouettes card of Downtown Freddie Brown, one of the early long-range shooters in the game. Well, I say early when it was actually, when the three-point shot became a thing. This is a patch set called Head of the Class, which features, this one features 3 players from the same, from that 1999 draft class. So there's different versions with different years. I know there's one that's got Reggie Miller in his draft class. These are tough. These are hard to come by. They're numbered to 33. So, I mean, pretty good players on there, though, and that was a fun draft. That's that Ron Artest draft where there's just a lot of solid talent in that draft. Here's a Bruce Brown game-worn patch that I wanted to add a Bruce Brown when the Pacers signed him. And you got to be careful with a lot of this National stuff. It is player-worn or event-worn or non-associated even with the newer stuff. This year, though, the 21-22 stuff, from what I've seen, mostly is game-worn, and it says so on here. Here's another Christmas patch. Got Earl Clark. Good rotation player. Played with the Suns, Magic, a few other teams, I think. Michael Cooper. Nice Michael Cooper colossal patch. This patch is probably nicer, but it's smaller. So I think at one point I thought I would, upgrade one, and then it's like, you know what, I kind of like both of these. There's not a lot of Cooper stuff out there. I ended up keeping both of them. I've said it before, I am not good at the whole update and move one game. Here's a Marquise Daniels, letter L from Dallas, from Topps Big Game. Got another Big Baby, another tag here. This one is Big Baby. And I want to say I've tracked down the date of that game. I don't remember what it is, though. What I need to do is I need to get the date of that game that I've tracked down and label it on the back of this mag. I'm trying to do too much from memory, and there's more and more, and I'm getting older, and it's not working out. So I need to do a better job of keeping track of stuff, I think. Like this patch here. Daryl Dawkins, he only played for the Jazz for a very short amount of time. This purple jersey, the road jersey, I think he only played like 4 games or something in it. I talked about it on one of the podcasts. That I should have that info on here. That's something that I need to start doing. So this is a good reminder to myself of what I need to do to better enjoy my collection. Okay, this is a Daryl Dawkins. This is an unlicensed Leaf auto, but man, look at that. It's got he wrote the inscription on there. He did that on a lot of his autos without even being asked. And then that blue metal looks great. And then if you look in the background, look in that ring, do you recognize that Hall of Famer? It's Pete Maravich. What they cut out of here is he's standing over Larry Bird. I know this picture. It's from a playoff game. He's standing over Larry Bird. They cut that out of the picture. All right, Carlos Delfino. I don't have a lot to say about him. He was a Pistons role player, but I grabbed it. Ernie DiGregorio. They had a Lakers jersey for him, and then all of the cards show the Braves jersey, which that was kind of strange, but I have tracked that down to the jersey they bought as well. I'm not sure if I did a video on that or not. If I haven't, maybe I will someday. Kevin Duckworth, 101. Man, Gold Standard used to be so nice. He's a National treasured tag of Kevin Duckworth. This was back in the day, I don't know, maybe 2016, 2017, I bought a big Kevin Duckworth lot for like $100, which was a very big purchase for me at the time. And there's just a lot of nice cards in there. I moved a lot of the patches and tried to keep a few of the nicer ones. All right, let's get into the Durant stuff, some of the Durant stuff. This is a Court Kings Performance Art Christmas Day. I've mentioned it on this channel before. It got crimped in the pack, but it didn't matter to me. I still bought it, still paid a decent amount for it because I like that patch. That is from the back of the shorts, from the word Thunder. Christmas Day. Great patch, 18 of 18. This Durant here, I think I got it at a show for $4. Check out that numbering, 35 of 99. This one I got at a show for $10. Well, why would I buy a gold parallel for $10? Because it's 35 of 100. So I've had decent luck finding a cheap little jersey number Durant. Well, make it sound like there's a lot of them. There's 2. But anyway, World Be Free, another gold standard patch. And look at the rainbow foil on this year in particular here. This was 2013, 2014. I have a few others. I have a Granger. I think I have a Rasheed Wallace that you'll see in part 2 of this video, so that's a little tease for you. Got an Andre Emmett, Topps Big Game in the name patch. Rest in peace, Andre Emmett. And there's a picture of that jersey. He went on to play in the Big 3 for a little bit, too. Here's another tag, Taj Gibson. Still playing in the NBA. Almost seems like against his will, like Tibbs is just forcing him to play. A J.R. Giddens logo man that I got, and you won't believe this, I got this at a show for $5. Probably around 2015, 2016. A guy had never set up before. He had a lot of incredible stuff. This was the first card I grabbed. I said, what do you want for it? He's like, I don't know. He's not very good. I'll take $5. I was like, all right, I will take that, and I'm going to make a stack here. A little crease on that corner, but I'm not going to complain on a $5 logo man. And at the time, it was probably a 40. This is going to sound funny too. At the time, it was probably like a $40 or $45 card. So the logo man landscape has changed quite a bit. Speaking of cards that have changed quite a bit, this was a huge card at one point. Ben Gordon, his stuff was super hot, and I feel like there's some of these I've seen, and I can't confirm it, but they've been swapped. I know I have seen swapped Ben Gordon patches where it has like a big part of the bull's head that I don't personally feel like was there originally. And people think it's crazy. Why are there swapped Ben Gordon stuff? Well, because his stuff was just that hot for a while. Blake Griffin letter. I need to get some more Blake stuff. I always wanted an RPA, but that ship has sailed. I missed my window there. All right, this is a really nice patch of Rip Hamilton. You can see I have a handful of nice Rip patches here. Just that Pacers-Pistons rivalry. Maybe only 3 right here. Got an Al Harrington letter. If you haven't figured it out yet, I like Topps Big Game. I really like Topps Big Game. I've talked about this on the channel before. This is such a cool card. This was used in multiple playoff games. I want to say 3. I'll have to double check, but it was round 1, game 1, 2, and then I think it was also game 4. I found the completed NBA auctions listing that they bought this jersey from, matched the tag up. It's the same one they used in one of the Court Kings game dated cards as well. But they didn't mention on here that that's where it was from, but thankfully it's right on the tag there, and I was able to match that up. Nice Dwight Howard patch. No other comments about Dwight. Beautiful card, though. Juwan Howard titanium insert. Not a lot of 90s in here, but one snuck in. Guess what? More Topps Big Games. Adrunas Ilgauskas. And to round it off, why don't we just round things off with a nice jumbo Al Jefferson patch. That was another one I got for under $10. You'll see anything from that set I can get for cheap, I'm grabbing it. All right, so that was part 1. It took a little longer than I liked. I probably should have split that into 4 parts, but part 2 will be coming up soon. So if you like this kind of stuff, well, first off, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, but then also stay tuned for part number 2. Remember, there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday, and as always, thanks for watching.